everyone, welcome to my channel EmpathOasis. I hope you all are doing well. For today's video, we are going to be doing it on the topic of what comes to mind when people hear your name. The intention that I set for this video is you could be asking for a specific person, or you can just be asking what people in general think when they hear your name, who know you to some capacity. For this reading, I'm going to have 3 options for you guys. Real quick though, thank you to everyone who has been supporting my channel, booking readings with me, sending me donations. I really do appreciate all of you. If you would like more information on me or more information on ways that you can book a personal reading with me, you can find all of that in the caption of this video. Okay, so when you are ready, take a deep breath and pick either this pink crystal for group 1, this blue feather for group 2, and for group 3, this is like a reddish, beige, brownish stone, and it has a pretty interesting pattern design to it. I'll zoom in so you can see these things a bit better. Okay, so if you need more time, you can pause the video. Timestamps will be available in the caption. Hey group 1, if you chose this stone, welcome to your reading. If this does not resonate with you, you can try one of the other options. But let's see what's coming through for you guys. I pulled Prince of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Torches, and the Moon. The first thing that pops out to me with this group is the energy of you guys feels very youthful. It feels very playful. Or I'm picking up on the fact that you guys have very creative energy. There's this vibe about this group. You were able to keep that inner child spirit alive up into your adulthood. You could even be doing something creatively for work, something that most people would consider to be a pretty fun career. But when people hear this group's name, I feel like they associate your name with this energy of being very fun, playful, having a career that seems very cool. The people who get to exchange time and energy with you, I feel like they always associate you with being someone who is exciting to be around. And I don't feel like this group is necessarily like really extroverted. When people hear your name, I feel like for the majority of you here, most people associate your name with someone who's introverted. I am picking up on this vibe, this impression about you that you're kind of hard to get close to, you're very guarded. When most people hear this group's name, their initial thought is that they know you, but they also feel like they really don't know you that well. A lot of you here are known for being very private. You're very selective about who you are around, but I feel like people who are able to get close to you, you being kind of more silly or playful is something that people experience once they get you in an energy where you feel comfortable. Most people though who don't know you on a very intimate level, when they hear your name, I feel like there is an element of mystery about you. There's an element of curiosity that people have about you. Some may even feel like you guys are shy, but I feel like it's just selective. I also feel like the people who do know you guys pretty well, I feel like they think of you guys as being someone who's very in tune with your emotions, who's very sensitive. You probably absorb your environment very easily. A lot of you could be very intuitive, very empathic, very psychic, and people do associate these terms with your name. I'm also hearing that people may associate this group with having an unexpected great sense of humor. And I feel like your humor is so good because you're so in tune with your emotions, because you're able to see the depth in situations that gives you this kind of uncanny ability to really know how to capture a feeling. It comes out through you with your creative expression. And I feel like it also comes out too with your humor. You could be really sarcastic, or maybe you have dark humor. Regardless though, I feel like a lot of people, when they hear your name, they feel like you're just really funny. Those who get to experience you in a more social setting or in a setting where you feel comfortable. I'm also picking up too, some of you, when people hear your name, what comes to mind is something around a duality or something where they hear your name and they recall, oh yeah, that's that one person who is this way but also does this. 2 opposing types of energies going on with you that most people find shocking when it comes to getting to know you. I'm hearing unusual talent also. I feel like you guys are really entertaining to be around. I'm also picking up on this message for some of you When it comes to this Two of Pentacles, when people hear your name, there could be someone else that you are very, very close to in your life, and people always associate you with this person. It could be a best friend, a business partner, or even your actual partner, your romantic partner. People are used to always seeing you two together. I feel like this group's energy is very healing. I feel like a lot of people feel this group's energy is really soothing, comforting, or even supportive. I'm picking up on heavy water placements and earth placements with this group's chart. People feel like you guys really help ground their energy, or you have been very supportive through emotional challenges that they struggled with. This is what they associate your name with. Some of you could actually do this for an occupation. You could be someone who works in holistic medicine or the esoteric arts, an energy worker. I also find it really interesting that in this moon card, you see the moon here is crying, and I feel like there's a significant amount of people here that when they hear this group's name, they get really triggered because there's a lot of grief around losing their connection to you. Like I said earlier, I do feel like a lot of you here are very selective about who you allow close to you because you have been burned in the past. And if someone shows you that they cannot be trusted, I feel like you guys really don't hesitate to protect your energy. Because of this, a lot of people could associate this group's name with someone who has really strong boundaries, someone that you cannot play with your time, you cannot play with your feelings or your intelligence and expect to be able to be in your life. I don't feel like people associate you guys with like any type of drama. The energy of these cards feels like people look at you guys as someone who's pretty chill and easygoing, but you just don't cross that line with you. You're pretty adaptable. I feel like because you're so adaptable, a lot of people may associate this group with having really good luck. I'm picking up on a lot of mutable energy with these cards. So you guys could have a significant amount of signs in your charts with mutable energy like Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, and Sagittarius. When people hear your name, I feel like they associate you guys with being someone who has a lot going on. You could be juggling a lot. You could have children. Some of you, this pairing that I saw could be you and a specific child of yours. A lot of people may feel like your child is very talented, very beautiful, very gifted, and they feel like you're very supportive and nurturing of them. If that doesn't resonate though, I feel like a lot of people associate this group with being someone who's very goal-oriented, who's very determined and has a lot of willpower. I'm hearing you could be in the process of building something. For some of you, this is literally something physical. Others of you, I'm picking up on this vibe of maybe building a business. This Nine of Torches card though, and the Two of Pentacles card really gives me this impression that a lot of you work with your hands, whether it's something creative or some of you even, I'm hearing technical or tech, and that could also be the two like dualities about you. Some of you could be heavily into tech, but you're also very creative as well. You have this unexpected talent or creative side. I'm also hearing some of you could be musicians, or I'm hearing cosmetology, beauticians, painters, something to do with writing, photography. With the Moon card, I'm also hearing some of you, when they hear your name, they associate you with someone who, I'm hearing hold space, and this could be, you know, energetically, emotionally, but I'm also picking up on maybe you perform healing ceremonies for people. I'm also hearing plant medicine, so people could associate you with that type of healing. If you guys do not feel like you have accomplished major goals in your life when it comes to your passions or creative endeavors, I feel like there's a lot of people who, when they hear your name, they associate you with being someone who is very talented. And even if you haven't obtained a certain level of recognition quite yet, a lot of people automatically think this about you. You will eventually get there. There's a lot of people here who feel like this group, you have accomplished a lot of your dreams, or you are in the process and are very capable of accomplishing your dreams. I'm also picking up on this vibe with this group that those who are closest to you, or those who may be aware of a certain challenge you went through, it could be within life or even with a relationship that could have been very painful for you. I feel like those who are aware of this, there's a lot of respect here. There's a lot of compassion here when they hear your name. I feel like because of how much this group has had to overcome. And I also feel like because you're very private, people looking on the outside in may really misunderstand this group, or there could be a lot of maybe gossip or rumors around a certain part of your life or a certain time of your life. A lot of people may have an idea of something that was really challenging that you went through, but they don't know the exact details. But I feel like the people who do know you or what happened on a more personal level, I'm hearing they're very protective or even get defensive if they hear someone being disrespectful about you because of how much respect they have for you. I feel like this group, you really do have a lot of people in your corner and defend your name, you know, if they hear your name and it's not something positive. I'm also picking up on with this group that when people hear your name, what they associate with your name is, you know, that one time where you put them on to something that really changed their life in a creative way. You may have put them onto their favorite song, their favorite movie. I feel like you guys are really good at reading people, reading their vibes, and knowing intuitively what would touch them on a creative level, on a spiritual level. And this group really does, like, you're not a gatekeeper. You really put people on to things that help expand them in a creative way, or even in a physical way as well too. Like if you are very knowledgeable around finances or investing or money management, you're known for sharing the knowledge, sharing the wealth of information. When people hear this group's name, I feel like there's a lot of people who associate you guys with someone who helped nurture and shape them in some way. I'm hearing that a lot of you helped awaken a part of others that helped to shift the energy in their life in a really positive way. And the last thing that I'm seeing with this group, when people hear your name, they could associate you with someone who casts spells or does rituals, or you could have a very interesting or mysterious spiritual life. Some people may actually be a little bit fearful of what you're into. I'm hearing when certain people hear your name, there's like this insecurity or fear of getting on this group's bad side and you putting a hex or a curse on them, even if that's not even something that you do. For some of you, this is like a narrative that people tell themselves when they hear your name. I will also say that some of these people have seen first-handed bad things happening to people who cross you, people who do you dirty. And there's a lot of people here who assigned this narrative to it, but what is really going on is, you know, a lot of you here are very spiritually protected. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, they do not play about you. And there have been a significant amount of witnesses to this. So I feel like some people may have twisted this into something, you know, dark or something that's just more entertaining to hear. This whole narrative may have traveled around. For a lot of you here, this is what people associate with your name when they hear it. That when people do you dirty, it usually does not end well for them. All right, group one, that's all I am seeing for you guys. Let me know if this resonates with you. If it did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If not a whole lot from this spread resonated with you, you can try one of the other options. Sometimes messages can be split. Just one of the challenges of doing collective readings. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm now going to move on to group two. Bye. Hey group two, welcome to your reading for what comes to mind when people hear your name. If this spread does not resonate with you, you can try one of the other options. But let's see what's coming through for you guys. Only take what resonates with you. For this group, I pulled King of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Torches, and King of Swords. I am picking up on heavy masculine energy with this group. You don't have to be male or identify as male, but if you are male, if you do identify as male, when people hear your name, what comes to mind is how balanced you are, how you are not the stereotypical type of male who is completely shut off from their emotions, shut down. You're very much accepting of your emotions, aware of your emotions, but also in control of your emotions. You're very grounded, regardless of if you identify more as masculine or feminine. For this group, when people hear your name, they associate you guys with having a very high level of emotional intelligence. And I feel like if you are male, this is popping out so much because I feel like people feel when they interact with you the experiences and the conversations with you are so different and so unique because you're masculine, but you still have found a way to embrace your emotions in a way that creates like a safe space for others to be vulnerable with you. I do hear emotionally safe. Like, I do feel like people generally feel like this group, you're pretty fair, you're not really judgmental. I feel like people really enjoy talking to you because of this. When people hear this group's name, I feel like what comes to mind is how refreshing it is to talk to you, to converse with you, to have an emotionally intelligent conversation, an emotionally mature conversation. I feel like you guys, you're open to hearing other people's perspectives, their sides. You don't have this like combative energy about you. I do feel like though, because of how like healed or how much healing this group has done, and also some of you are very financially, materialistically abundant, you could have a lot of people who feel competitive with you, who do feel combative with you, even though you don't carry this energy. I feel like you guys, you're more focused on your responsibilities, your goals. I do feel like there's a lot of people here, when people hear your name, they do associate you with being someone who has a lot of haters. For the most part, you're very likable, you're very authentic. I feel like when people hear your name, they associate this group with being very real. Your energy, you know, you raise the bar, like with whatever it is you're involved with. I also feel like because you guys have so many great things going on, you know, energetically with you, and also it seems like a lot of you are doing well financially, or people associate that with your name, that, you know, you have money or that you are successful. Because of this, I feel like a lot of people hear your name and they feel like this group has a lot of options if you are single. Although I do feel like there's a good amount of you here where you are known for having a very successful relationship, a very happy family life. I do feel like this group is very physically attractive, but what makes you guys really magnetic and really desirable has more to do with your energy and your mind. Like, your appearance is like the cherry on top, even though you are very attractive. When people hear your name, the qualities that come to mind are more aligned with what makes your spirit so beautiful, or they associate your name with someone who they feel is just a really good person. You have really strong character, good morals, a lot of integrity. This is the energy people associate your name with. I'm also hearing that for a lot of you here, when people hear your name, the first thing that comes to mind is pronunciation. This more so applies to when people meet this group for the first time. I feel like a lot of you may have very unique or unusual names, and people need to hear your name a few times before they actually are able to repeat it back correctly. A lot of you, when people hear your name, it makes them want more information on you. When people hear this group's name, I feel like a lot of people associate you guys with being that person who put them on to some really important information or really challenge them in an intellectual way. I feel like you guys are known for having a lot of wisdom. You help free people from their restrictive thoughts or limited ways of viewing something. I feel like when people hear this group's name, I'm hearing pressure. I feel like you guys, your presence, how you show up in life, it inspires other people to show up more authentically or more with their heart. But also you guys have this energy of like authority, or that you're putting this pressure on others. And I don't even feel like it's intentional, but you challenge others to like really raise the standard or bar in their life with how they are operating. I feel like this group's energy, when people hear your name, they associate it with like feeling inspired by you or intimidated by you. A lot of people have respect for this group. A lot of people hold you guys in high regard, or they view you as maybe some form of an authority. I'm also hearing, you know, for the men here, if you have kids, they feel like you're a really good father. You're a very present father, a supportive father, an emotionally supportive father. And this could just apply to you as a parent in general. But like I said, I'm picking up on heavy masculine energy with this group. And that can also be because you guys have an energy about you that's very protective. And when people hear your name, I keep hearing safe. So yeah, that protective vibe definitely makes sense. All right, group 2, that is all I am seeing for you guys. Let me know if this resonates with you. If it did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm now going to move on to group 3. Bye. Hey group 3, welcome to your reading for what comes to mind when people hear your name. Sorry if you guys can hear the gardeners in the background. I don't think it's too loud. I'm going to keep recording anyways, and hopefully my background music kind of mutes it. But let's see what is coming through for you guys when they hear your name. If this doesn't sound like your energy, you can try one of the other options. Okay, for you guys, I pulled 9 of Pentacles, the Lovers, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, and the Tower. So this group's physical appearance is a major theme. I feel like this group, you guys are really attractive. I feel like there's a lot of people who think you are. I'm hearing like just like a knockout. You're gorgeous, you're really sexy, you're really handsome. I'm hearing bombshell. There's a lot of you here with not only that face card, but also you have an amazing body, amazing physique, or a very desirable body type. Even if you don't feel like you're in your best shape, this group's energy just feels very desirable, very attractive. And when people hear your name, that's what they think. That's what they immediately associate your name with, is your physical appearance. Or there's something very unique and interesting about your appearance. People do associate that with your name. I'm also picking up on this vibe though, that there's like this air of exclusivity with this group. Like you're not really accessible to a lot of people. Some of you may even have like this reputation with your name of maybe being a heartbreaker, or the people who date you after you guys are over, they're lost, or they enter like this stage of intense soul searching. Losing you is like a shock to the system because of how much you bring to the table, how attractive you are. I feel like a lot of people here with this Lovers card, a lot of you could have this reputation of being a really good lover, being really good in bed, being very memorable in an intimate way. I'm picking up on this vibe with this group that when people lose you, you know, they don't get over you. They really kind of stay stuck on you. You guys have a very powerful root chakra. You have very powerful sexual energy. You have very healing energy as well. I feel like you help guide others out of their own suffering. When people lose their connection to you, it feels like a pretty huge void is created in their life. A lot of people are left with this feeling of trying to search and find your energy again in other people if they lose access to you. I'm also hearing that a lot of people, when they hear your name, they associate you with, I don't know, something shocking, or maybe you have like a shocking talent they didn't expect, or maybe you have this energy of just being like a showstopper. The Tower card can be someone's sexual excitement. This could be referring to someone specifically that you were asking about, or this can just be what comes to mind when people hear your name. There is just a lot of desire towards this group. There could be a lot of people here that when they hear your name, they think that you're the plug. They feel like you are that connection to a resource or lifestyle or entertainment that they want. I'm also hearing that for some of you, when people hear your name, your reputation precedes you. I feel like you guys have some kind of social power, social pull. I'm also hearing that a lot of you here have this really great reputation. It's because it's connected to something that you have spent a lot of time, years, devotion, and dedication building something that has now paid off, that has created a life for you of luxury. Wherever you go, your presence is definitely felt. You tend to be the center of attention. It's very rare that people don't remember this group. Even if they don't remember your name, they definitely remember you because of your physical appearance. You guys could be very creative when it comes to your physical appearance. That could be something that people associate with your name, your fashion, your sense of style, how creative you are, or how bold you are with the way that you dress, the way you style your hair. People could feel like you guys have a very attention-grabbing style or loud style. You could like to wear a lot of reds or vibrant colors. There's a lot of red here. I feel like this group, your name is associated with just being very passionate towards life. And your being, your essence, it really oozes out this passion. Some people may actually associate your name, you know, some of you with literally being loud. Like they could feel like you speak very loud, or you have a very loud laughter, or very shocking or unique laugh, or you could just be very blunt with how you speak. You guys say a lot of shocking things. People hear you talk and they're just kind of shook, like, I did not expect you to say something like that, or maybe even to be that wild with the way that you express yourself. You could just be very flamboyant or theatrical, dramatic in the way that you speak, or very passionate in the way that you speak. The way that you guys carry yourself, the confidence that you have when you express yourself, or maybe even how fearless your energy feels. A lot of people, when they hear your name, the energy they associate your name with is someone who's very inspiring. You inspire others to embrace change or to embrace their healing. I'm hearing medicine, you know? So I feel like the way you carry yourself, there's a lot of people who feel like you guys have the answers to something, or you're able to provide that medicine to soothe their inner turmoil. I feel like you're really beautiful inside and out, you know, even though your appearance is what gets people's immediate attention. Who you are really captivates their attention. It holds on to their attention. When people hear your name, the energy they associate with you is you're that person who inspires them not to settle, or who didn't settle, or who refuses to settle. All right, group 3, I hope that this resonates with you. If it did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.